So you want to learn AI, right? And not just learn it, but actually start earning some real money with it and do it fast? Well, what if I told you there's a step-by-step roadmap to get you from zero to actually getting paid in just 2 months? And get this, using totally free resources. That's exactly what we're about to break down. Let's get into it.
So here's the game plan. We'll kick things off with the big picture, the entire AI income roadmap. Then we'll dive into each piece, laying a solid foundation, mastering the skills that matter, building some really cool projects, and finally, turning all that knowledge into cash. Think of it as your own accelerated apprenticeship.
All right, first up, the AI income roadmap. We're going to look at the entire blueprint right from the very beginning. Why? Because that way you'll always know exactly where you are in the process and what's coming up next. No getting lost, I promise.
And here it is, your entire 2-month journey laid out right here. Look how it kicks off. Just a couple of days to get the lay of the land. Then we jump into these focused sprints. A week or 2 on Python, a few weeks on AI fundamentals, and then we get to the really powerful stuff. You can see how every single step just builds on the last one, packing all this learning into a super manageable time frame.
Okay, let's get our hands dirty with Section 2, laying the foundation. This is your starting block. And look, don't let this part intimidate you. These first steps are designed to be quick, they're designed to be clear, and they're all about getting you some momentum right out of the gate.
So what even is AI? You hear the term everywhere, right? Well, it's not just one thing. It's this huge, sprawling field. And that's where strategy comes in. We are not going to try to boil the ocean here. Instead, we're going to be smart. We are surgically targeting the 2 areas with the absolute fastest path to an income: generative AI and automation. Smart, right?
Okay, step 1, the absolute foundation. For just 1 to 2 weeks, your whole world is going to be Python. It is the language of AI, period. And the best part? You don't have to spend a single penny. You've got amazing free resources from giants like FreeCodeCamp, Google, and Microsoft. There are literally 0 barriers to you starting today. And what are we trying to achieve here? Look, the goal is not to become a Python master overnight. No way. The point is just to get comfortable with the core building blocks, things like variables, loops, and functions. That's it. You get these down, and you've got the foundation for everything else that's coming.
All right, next up, step 2. For the next 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to dip our toes into a little bit of theory. We need to kind of get a feel for the concepts behind machine learning. And just look at these resources. We're talking about Andrew Ng's legendary course from Stanford, which you can check out for free, or Kaggle's learning modules. This is literally world-class education, and it's all right at your fingertips.
So, what's the big idea in this phase? It's simple, but it's also really profound. The goal is to build your intuition for how an AI actually learns. It's not magic, it's a process. And understanding that process is what separates someone who just uses AI tools from someone who can really build incredible things with them.
All right, you ready? Buckle up, because we are now heading into the most exciting part of this whole roadmap, mastering generative AI. This is where we make the switch from learning the basics to building the high-value skills that people will actually, pay you for.
You know what? Let's just let that sink in for a second. This is the turning point. Everything we've done up to now, that was the warm-up. This section, this is the main event. This is where your income potential really starts to take shape.
And these are the tools of the trade, right here. In just 2 weeks, you're going to focus on powerhouses like ChatGPT, Midjourney, and DALL-E. The skills you're building are things like prompt engineering, which is basically the art of telling the AI exactly what you want, plus content generation and creating awesome visuals. These are specific, in-demand skills that clients are looking for right now.
And the goal here is a total transformation. You're going to go from being someone who just consumes AI content to someone who creates valuable assets with it. Whether that's a killer marketing script, a series of blog posts, or some stunning images for a website, you will be the one in the driver's seat.
Okay, so you've got the skills. Now it's time to prove it. Welcome to Section 4, Building and Automating. This is where you roll up your sleeves and create real, tangible projects for your portfolio. The kind of stuff that gets you noticed, and more importantly, gets you hired.
Now this is where it gets really cool, because this is how we multiply our power. We're going to connect those generative AI skills to automation tools like Zapier or Make. See, the goal isn't just to write one blog post. It's to build an automated blog writer. We're not just writing a script, we're building an auto video generator.
This is some next-level stuff.
And that right there is the key takeaway. Your new objective is to build systems that create value all by themselves. That's the real power of automation, creating solutions that just run in the background, freeing you up to solve the next big problem. That is what makes you an absolute powerhouse for any business.
So what does this actually look like? Well, step 5 is all about building out that portfolio. Think about it. An AI chatbot for a company's website, an automatic content generator for a blog, a script generator for a YouTuber. These are real-world problems that businesses need solved, and they will happily pay for them.
Oh, and here is a massive pro tip that you absolutely cannot skip. Use GitHub. It's where you're going to store and show off all your projects. Seriously, this is the industry standard. Think of it like a professional resume for builders and developers. It shows clients not just what you built, but how you built it.
Okay, deep breath. We've done the work, we've built the projects, and now we've arrived. The final, most exciting step. Start earning with AI. This is where we take every single thing you've accomplished and turn it into a real, actual income stream.
And it's actually super straightforward. You head over to freelance platforms like Fiverr or Upwork. And what do you sell? Exactly what you just learned to build. AI content creation, building chatbots, setting up automations for businesses. You now have a whole menu of high-demand services ready to offer to a global market. It's that simple.
So there you have it, the complete roadmap, from day one all the way to getting paid. The path is clear, the resources are all free, and the skills are absolutely in demand. So the only question left is the one